Hola, people. Good morning. Hello. So, we're going to work with what are we working with this morning? Oh, wisdom cards and getting into the vortex. So, we're just going to jump right into it. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I hope you have your tea, your coffee, all the good stuff. I hope that you have it at the ready. Oh, let's get into this. Yes. So, our wisdom card is whatever is happening out there is only a mirror of my own limited thinking. So, whatever is happening out there is simply a mirror, right, of my own limited thinking. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? What's going on here? I like it. I like it. And y'all, let's just be honest. When we talk about these things, we have to really understand that it's surface level, and it goes beyond that. It goes beyond. There's so many more conversations that have to happen, because it's not just our own limited thinking. It's how we got there. It's our upbringing. It's society. It's what we co-create with other people, who we allow in our inner circle. There's so much more that goes into it, but we can start somewhere. We can start with our thought process. That's the most important thing in our own lives. And so when we recognize the power of our thoughts, we recognize that, because when we think about things, when we witness things in the world around us, we filter it through our own internal dialogue, our own beliefs and such, and it's not always necessarily accurate. It's filtered through our own stuff. And so that's why it is so important for us, first of all, to work through our stuff, but also to start thinking better thoughts. So when we witness things, when we go through things, our immediate reaction, our immediate response isn't always negative, right? A lot of times it's always about like negative things. So whatever's happening out there is only a mirror of my own limited thinking. And so if I think about this at the moment, what we can contemplate this morning is, to focus on my thoughts. Like, what am I thinking right now that is holding me back? And how can I find the solution to that? What can I think? What can I think about my life, about my situation, about my mind, my body, my spirit? What can I think that is supportive of me and loving and accepting of me and my situation and my life? And what kind of thoughts can I start focusing on to help me bring upliftment and the things that I really enjoy, the things that I really want to experience. Let me start thinking about that, because again, if I look at my life outwardly and I see some challenges or see some good things, whatever it is, I understand that on some level there is a thought, there is a seed planted within me that is vibrating at that level to match it, to bring it forth into my life, to welcome it, to invite it in for whatever reason. So if it's something I like, I can focus more thoughts on what I like about it, and if it's something I don't like, I can start, paying attention to where those thoughts are coming from and start interjecting thoughts that are going to help, support something better. So that's kind of like uh, being given to us this morning. Like, what in our lives is going on that may not be going in the way that we want it to, and how can we look at our thought process? Like, what are we thinking and believing about this? And let's get to the core of it so we can clear it out and start focusing on thoughts that are going to help bring in what we do actually want. And let's see what it's co-creating with. Let me pull a card here. Okay, I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. As you walk away from one unpleasant situation, the law of attraction will bring another that feels very much like it, and usually quickly. You just cannot get there from there. To get to where you want to be, to that place of feeling better, you have to reach for alignment between you and you. Getting yourself feeling good before you take action is always the best process. For when you do not feel good, you cannot be inspired to any action that will solve the problem. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? I like it. I mean, obviously, I say that like every day, every card, but I do because it's like, you know what? I understand that, okay, with whatever is happening is only a mirror of my own limited thinking. If we talk about relationships, right? Well, then guess what? I understand that, okay, I was in a relationship and it's not working out the best, whether it's a friendship, intimate relationship, whatever, it's not working out in my favor. It's not working out great. It didn't work out, whatever it is, and I can go. I understand that I'm in like this supercharged space. Let's say it ends, the relationship is ending, and then boom, another relationship comes up, and it's matching the old relationship. It's matching that old relationship because my thought process, my feelings, my energy is so tied into what previously happened. I haven't had time to really work through things. I haven't really had time to implement new thought patterns, implement new experiences, and heal through things, and really think about how I feel about things. I haven't had time to do that. And so what this is saying is like, if you really want change, if you really want something new, then before you just jump into something, it is so important that you take time to process what we've been through, that we take time to process the experiences that we've been through, and to start focusing on things that feel better to us, and to start getting in alignment with what we truly want for ourselves before we jump into another relationship or before we jump into another thing. Does that make sense? And so that's kind of what these cards are saying today. It's like, okay, um, whatever's happening out there is just a mirror of what's going on internal. So let's look internal. Let's look within us, and let's look at our programming. Let's look at our thought processes. Let's look at how we feel. And so before we actually choose things, before we decide upon things, let's get into alignment. Let's feel better about it. Let's welcome the new thought processes. Let's welcome the new experiences, and let's welcome the growth before, and let's feel good about it before we take action. And that absolutely helps us. All right. Okay. I think that's it, y'all. I think that's all. That's very to the point, very simple. Um, but I think that's, I feel like I've been preaching, but I think that's it. I think that's really good for us to sort of stop with that contemplation here. It's like, okay, I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. Let me focus. Let me focus. And I think that's why it's so important for all of us, whatever we go through, for us to take time to process. Like, okay, this is what happened in my life. This was an experience. This is what I loved about it. This is what I learned. This is what I didn't like about it, and this is what I didn't like this, but it helps me to understand that I do like this over here much more. And so I'm going to give more of my time to focus on this over here. So it's stuff like that. If you have any last minute thoughts, questions, feel free to comment. Let me know. If you're watching a recording of this, please keep commenting. I enjoy reading what you have to say. It really means a lot to me. So thank you for sharing this little blip of the morning with me. We do these twice a day, Monday through Friday, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So I will talk to you later this afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.